Hello everyone, and welcome to Our Ventura TV. I'm your host today, Polly Hoganson, and in studio I have our friends from the House of Magic here in Ventura, Jim and Julie Lantiegne. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Oh, thank you for having us.
I would love to have the folks at home know what the House of Magic Community Center is all about. So if you want to go ahead and explain the magic in House of Magic.
Would you like me to start?
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, the House of Magic originally started as it was going to be a magic theater and a party place. Mm-hmm. And when we decided to set this up, my wife was kind of pondering on whether or not we were going to be doing magic for the rest of our lives for birthdays and whatnot. And one day she called me up and she's like, Jim, I got a different idea for magic. And I said, what's that? And she said, let's make magic an acronym. So magic became Multi-Arts Gallery and Inspirational Center. So it became an acronym for all of the arts. And so
Great.
it was.
Yeah, so tell us what the different arts that you have available at your center.
We have education in the arts as well as entertainment in the arts, and it's a center for rentals and basically a community center.
Right.
We're building a village inside, so the arts become part of the environment, not just something you're doing when you're in the center. Right. So the village is going to be a Norman Rockwell style village.
Yes.
And we have a great artist, Nelson Cooper, who's been working with us to help decorate the buildings. And it really gives you a sense of comfort when you walk into the building, just like the paintings that Norman Rockwell did. You kind of walk in and you feel like you're part of a community that's different than everything that you're dealing with every day.
So it's in the old Mavericks Gym.
Yes.
So it's a huge center. How large is it?
It's actually 30,000 square feet.
Wow.
And we are building 11 buildings inside the interior. So when you walk in, it will be literally a full-size scale village.
And kind of like a Disneyland experience, wouldn't you say, when you walk in and you're in another place?
Disneyland for the arts.
That's awesome. So what motivated you to start the community center?
Actually, our son Joshua did. Mm-hmm. And Julie tells it best.
Our son Joshua is our oldest son, and he was a troubled teenager. A lot of teenagers tend to go through some trouble sometimes, but he really was looking for something that he needed and to help him feel like part of the community. And about 9th grade, he started really having some issues where we thought we need to do something to help him out so he can have a normal future. And he started playing music. And the music changed his life literally. From a troubled teenager who really had no direction, we thought, how are we going to get him into something that's going to give him direction? And this really gave him direction. And now he plays classical music. He goes to college for it. He's been on the dean's list. And he's looking forward to going to Cal Arts.
And one of the things that we experienced was that through the classical music, his grades were not very good. Mm-hmm. And once he started playing, he all of a sudden started making the honor roll, started developing new friends. And so we just saw this real dramatic change. And we recently sold a software company, which kind of enabled us to take this project on. And when we were looking at what do we want to do with the rest of our lives, we got to a point where it was like, if this can change his life, how many other lives could we change?
So you wanted to give that experience back to the community.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I just find that so. Don't you find that rewarding? And tell us some of the subjects and some of the different things that you have available at the House of Magic. It's music and other things.
We have music, martial arts, we have painting, sculpturing. We have a vase workshop coming up where you're going to learn how to decorate vases. We have dance classes, acting classes, magic classes.
My little piece.
Oh, well, let's talk about that. Let's go to the magic now. Now, you were a professional magician.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys met?
Yeah, we actually met in 1989. Okay, whoops. I was actually looking for a volunteer or an assistant to work in my show. And this cute little young girl walked by, and I was like, she'd be perfect. And so a friend of mine introduced us and had indicated that I was looking for an assistant, and she thought, oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Right.
Little did she know, she thought she was volunteering for magic. She was actually volunteering to start going out with me and
A lifelong
marry
history.
me. Yeah.
And how long
So-
have you guys been married?
We
together?
just celebrated our 21st anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
So-
And you have kids, you have a family.
Yes, we have 4 boys, and we have an adopted son who basically adopted us when he got out of high school. He's in the Marines. And my oldest son, Joshua, is in college for classical guitar. Then I have a son, Jacob, who's a junior, a freshman, Jonathan, and a little one, Jared, who is in 3rd grade.
I'm starting to sense a pattern here, all J's.
And they all seem to be involved in what you all are doing, so it's kind of like a family business as well.
Yes.
Yep.
Terrific.
We do have a new project we're working on
Yeah,
too.
tell us about that.
We are actually going to, within this village, and again, we're going after kind of a Norman Rockwell, old style type country village. We are going to do a remake of the 101 Drive-In Theater as our theater. So when you walk into the center, you'll be surrounded by a bed and breakfast, a toy store, a bakery, and off in the back corner, there'll be a 101 Drive-In sign with the
Right.
theater that you go into.
That
And-
looks like the old 101
Right.
drive-in that we lost
Yeah.
so many years ago.
Yep.
Yep.
And so many people miss.
Yes. And the neat thing about it is you're actually walking in to walk outside. And one of the things we might do for an extra fee is actually let people rip the sound box off the car as they drive away. So,
Now, you're going to also have movies,
Yep.
obviously.
independent films. We'll do live productions. We'll do theater in the park. We'll have dinner theater. So our goal really with the center is to provide education, but also to provide a showcase for people that maybe wouldn't otherwise have one, so they can learn an art, but then they also have an opportunity to be able to showcase their art, whether it be music, whether it be magic. We will have a stage for them to perform on.
And so the classes are from what age on?
0 to 100 or higher. If you can walk through the door or come through the door, then you're welcome.
And then you also have...
If you're breathing.
You also have a magic shop attached to
Yeah,
the center?
It's actually going to be a small village store.
Okay.
Right now, we just have magic in it that we're selling, but our goal is to be able to sell whatever items. So if it's an art class and you need paintbrushes, if it's a martial arts class and you need a gi, it will have all those different types of items.
So just a one-stop shop.
Yes.
One-stop shop.
Terrific. Now, you also have improv classes, I understand. Is that still
Yes.
going on? And-
Yes, we have improv classes on Monday nights with Travis Greer. It's the 101 improv class. And then one Sunday a month, we have the TNT 101 Comedy Theater, which is the new theater.
Right.
For the class, they end up coming in, and the students who have earned their spot on the stage get to perform for people.
So this space is huge.
Yes.
And you're going through renovations, I understand. So what can the community help in any way to get your dream of this huge center and town center and community center and art center to fruition? What would you like to see?
We actually have a drive that we're calling Build a Brick, or Buy a Brick, Build a Foundation.
Yeah.
And so people can actually go on our website and they can click on the link and they can buy a brick. And what we do is we imprint their name on one of the bricks that's being used in the facades for the construction. We have established a nonprofit organization so we can accept donations.
Yeah.
Currently, Julie and I are funding this whole project on our own, and you know, it's had its challenges. So we're always open to the community for helping, volunteering, donations, whatever they can do to help build this, because it's going to be an amazing center for this community.
And it is a community center, which requires a community to make it real and to have it come to life. So coming down, hanging out, helping out with things, you know, giving suggestions, you know, helping with cold calls, or even just washing windows sometimes. Anything helps. But part of what is going to make it so magical is the people around us, the people that come through the door, that come and be part of the community itself.
Now, give us your address so we know where you're located.
We are located at 5353 Walker Street,
Yes.
which is right next to the Coca-Cola building and Golf and Stuff.
Okay.
Our website address is thomagic.com, so for the house of.
Okay.
So thomagic.com, and we list out all the classes that we're providing. We list out all the different events that we have going on, and there'll be plenty of magic shows when I'm allowed. So if you want to see a magic trick, you have to come to one of our events and see the trick.
All right.
He sneaks them in anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, once a magician, always a magician. Is that true?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, have you passed along any of that to your kids? I know
Our
Josh is.
9-year-old.
Oh, okay.
He does magic, and he takes some of the classes, and
Loves magic.
Yeah.
he's really jumping into the center. He takes Kung Fu, he does the Afro-Brazilian class, which is a dance class. He participates in the teenage improv class, which he really enjoys.
Right.
And if there's a class going on and he likes it, he goes in, sits down, and becomes a part of it. So it's
That's
really
awesome.
kind of exciting for me to see
Yeah.
him try new things.
That's great. Well, I so appreciate you all for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
And we're about out of time, but I just want to thank our viewers for tuning in to this segment of Our Ventura TV. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jim and Julie Lantiegne from the House of Magic in Ventura.